Hello.
I wasn't sure if I said something or you say something.
You want to start off?
Hi. Is that good?
I think we're in.
All right.
All right, so we're in a very special place right now. It's very special to him. Not
Hollow
me.
the ground.
It is. It's not really all that special to me, but we are on the castle of Castleberry's lawn, and you guys have been seeing the videos and watching things that he's been doing, following along with everything that we've got as far as the line goes to get his Bermuda into this kind of shape, which is looking pretty fabulous. Now, if you look around, I'm gonna try to go like this for a second and just sort of look around like this. You know, most of the lawns in the neighborhood are still in somewhat of a, I don't think they've even fully come out yet. It's still pretty chilly right now, but the heat is coming on, so the Bermuda is really going to be taking off. And so we were just walking the property, taking a look, making some notes about a little bit of a plan. And so I was looking at a few things as we came across, and there's some important stuff to note about this property. Number one, there is no irrigation.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big challenge.
Yep.
So first summer in this space, first year on this lawn, and he's going to be coming into 90-degree temps next week with no irrigation. So we were talking about that, and then having that in mind, looking around at what's kind of on the ground here in the thinner spots and how that has definitely been drought oriented. But with the weeds, I'm going to go up overhead like this again. If you look down this center strip of the lawn here, this would be the thinnest area. And as you can see, the sun is behind here. This is the morning. The sun is going to pass directly overhead and just be on the lawn all day long out front in an area with no irrigation. So this area is under somewhat of hyper focus right now to get filled in, and it's actually doing pretty good. But as I walked the lawn earlier, the main thing that we see,
Got little pockets of weeds going on.
yeah,
It's not much. I mean, there's just tiny little pockets of it. So
and it's just right down this strip. You look where the most sun exposure is going to be. So obviously this area tends to cook. So we're going to be a little focused on more than normal on filling this in to get it really established well. But this whole front lawn is a little bit on a slope. Anywhere where it's getting high sun exposure is going to be where the greatest exposure is weeds. And Paul has decided to do what with your weeds?
I'm not going to kill them. I'm not going to spray them. I'm not going to do anything with them. I'm just going to leave them, and I'm going to mow regularly and just try to let the Bermuda choke them out. And just, you know, keep giving it the doses that I've been giving it to encourage the Bermuda to come in and choke those weeds out, and see if we can't get rid of them that way.
That's it. Yeah, and I think that's actually a really good idea. What, you know, we're going to be, again, encouraging Bermuda, mowing short, cutting these down, really exposing them also to heat, and we should see it go away. I think it's just a little bit of oxalis and stuff in here. Nothing really, it's not too bad, but that line is pretty much direct across the whole lawn is where the sun clearly is tracking a path in a lawn without irrigation. This area here is a drainage line, basically. Slope comes back, moves out to the street, so you can actually see from here how much thicker the turf is because it gets more water, like clearly just from the drainage. Here, more shade on this side. Grass is also a bit thicker. It's coming in very strong. The color's great. And then where there's even less sun exposure, as we kind of come around the corner here to the side yard, this Bermuda is super, super thick and beautiful, and I think this is going to be much easier to maintain. Actually, pretty much a lack of weeds on this side. I don't really notice that we saw any when we came over here.
There's really not. I mean, going up through the side here, it's looked the best out of everything in the yard. Because like you said, it's come alive, it's filled in really well. There's not a whole lot. There's like maybe one little thing of thistle down on the end towards the cul-de-sac, but that's where a lot of sun exposure is. So
yeah, I mean, it's nice. That's nice. Very nice. Taking your, how long are you cutting this? Yeah, give me a moment here.
Okay.
I just need to touch the fuzzy wall. What are you cutting? What height? 1 inch?
I think I've got it up to 1 inch now. I started out a little less than ½ an inch on that reel mower. And then I've just slowly been kind of raising it back up, and I think I'm gonna stay at 1 inch. I think that's gonna be good for this season, to keep this at 1 inch, to let it kind of fill back in. I don't think it's ever been cut that short. Ever.
No, for sure.
I look at a lot of the lawns in the neighborhood, and I swear everyone's like 2.5 inches on their Bermuda. So
yeah,
and that's the thing, is people come by and they're like, man, this looks really manicured and really, it's cut really well. And I think mowing it low like that, you know, Bermuda's happiest at 1 inch, so that's kind of where I'm aiming to keep it at for this season. So
yeah, it looks really good. I mean, especially as I came into the neighborhood and took a look around just to see what other lawns are doing. And today is May 15th.
Yes.
Today's May 15th. Here in Georgia, just this week, this morning when I got up to come over here, it was 50 degrees.
Yeah, and yesterday it was like 50, it 52.
It's still very chilly in some of these places, but you can see that grass is just taking longer to green up all around here. It's just not, it's not there. So as far as the way this has come along, it's a totally different story. It's sort of night and day with the feedings that have been happening. So sticking to the program, making it work. So as the project lawn continues, and if you're watching anything over on the n-ext DIY channel, I'm going to be giving him a few other things for just establishing. But one thing we talked about here today was being a little more aggressive with RGS and with humic. It's a low cost, low input item, but so much change can happen to the soil fast to encourage this growth. So that's something that's going to be going on here.
Yeah, and something else you had pointed out that I thought was interesting that I didn't think about is where we were talking about where it's thin. Not only is it getting baked by the sun, maybe you mentioned it, but I don't know. I mean, it's a ridge, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of coming up like this in the middle. You know, we got a raised spot in the middle there, so its highest elevation is right there in the middle where all those weeds and the thin spots are. On top of that, the windows that are on the garage, like you were pointing out, is radiating down onto that portion of the yard too, because of where the sun is coming up, it's setting. So between those two items right there, it's just getting baked. It
is getting baked. Yeah, I mean, I think that was the intention behind that tree, was to try to alleviate a little bit of some of the sun coming across there. But this is a big piece of property in full sun with no irrigation.
Yes.
So yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
It definitely has been fun.
Closing remarks?
May all your dreams come true.
Nice. You heard it here first. Dreams really do come true. Okay, we're going to work now. See you later.
Adios.